Hello and welcome to episode 3 of Loop Hero. This should be episode 4 of Loop Hero, but unfortunately I've just recorded episode 3 and the footage is unfortunately corrupted and has been irrecoverably lost. So unfortunately I'm going to have to run you through what happened in the last episode, because we actually beat the Lich, so I'm very disappointed that episode has not come out. We also built the smithy in the last episode, and we've missed out on a bit of the storyline, which is quite sad, because you've missed out on my wonderful pirate accent for the smithy. Because he's a seafarer, so there we go. I'm sure we'll get some more conversation out of him when we upgrade it. But yeah, sadly that footage is completely gone. But never mind, we move on. So a couple of things. First of all, we are going to be getting some extra equipment from the smithy. We'll be getting basic warrior equipment. Which is really good. Also, we have now unlocked Chapter 2, so we can now fight on the second level. With regards to our deck, what we tried to do on the sort of the previous run through, we were using chrono crystals, and we were using them to boost meadows, and we actually had a really good run. Where the meadows were pretty much healing us to our full HP throughout. So that was actually really good. But yeah, so I think what we'll do is we'll just have our first look at Chapter 2 and see where we can go with it. So with regards to our deck, I think we'll pretty much keep everything the same. This has worked really well so far. We were kind of getting through the battles a little bit too easily, but I'm aware of the fact that in this next arena, we're actually going to have the enemies have abilities. So I think we'll stick with what works, and we'll go in with our small deck for now. Let's get all of our basic equipment on. Might as well have it since we went to the effort to get it. So we're going to start placing down some meadows in a position where chrono crystals can hit them. We've also got a battlefield, that's really nice. So it spawns a chest at the start of each loop, so it'll be good to have it here, so we can get our chest as early as possible on each loop. We'll also get a grove down there. There's no perfect location for a grove on this one, but we do need to take up all of these tiles, so I think we'll start placing them around here. That's great, we've got chrono crystals nice and early. So we'll get as much meadow around that as possible, and we'll also start placing some rocks to activate them. Okay, we've got a ring we can pop on, that'll just give us a bit of attack speed. Okay, so where are our next set of chrono crystals going to go? I think we'll go here, that's probably a good spot for them. And we'll start putting these in as well. Okay, we're going to pop down our blood grove. We're going to block off all of these tiles eventually, so I think that's a good spot for them. What's really good is, as well, we've got a couple of oblivions, so that's really good. A rock there for that. Okay, we've got a chest, that's always good. This will come with some free upgrades, so they're pretty much guaranteed to be better when they're the level above level 1. and they've got upgrades on them, so... Alright, pop this mountain down, and an extra rock. So you can see here, this slime has actually got an ability, which next time we get into a battle, see there, corrosive structure, each attack lowers target's defense by 0.6 points until the end of the battle. Okay, let's carry on going. Okay, we've got another meadow. Start planting those next to the next chrono crystal. In our last episode, we actually seem to have a pretty good mix of. That's not going to get synergized, but it probably will eventually. So it was safe to build our 3x3 mountain. We did seem to get a good ratio of chrono crystals to meadows, so that we could surround meadows around all of our chrono crystals. I'm not sure if that will be, sort of a trend, but hopefully we'll get it the same again, because that was really good for keeping our HP up. So. Okay, so we've got a couple more groves. Use that to create another blood grove. I think we need to block these off as well, so do that there. You can see there as well, these have now got an ability as well, which is a 20% chance to cause bleeding that deals 8 damage after every attack for the next 3 seconds. So actually makes you damage yourself basically, which is not great. Grab ourselves another chest from the battlefield, which is awesome. Got an upgraded shield. Okay. Place this here. Oh, sorry about that. I had to sneeze then. Didn't have much of a choice about it. Okay, seem to be doing quite well. Okay. So we've got our first quest. So we did talk through quests in the last episode. Sorry, I'm trying to remember everything that we've already covered now. The villages give you quests, and that slime that we just had was the target of the quest. So by killing it, we've fulfilled that quest, and when we get back to the village, we'll get a reward for it. Because it's a quest target, it means that it gets 200% added to its HP value. It doesn't do anything to their damage though, so it's as long as they're not, sort of in a group of about 10 enemies, which they can't be, then it's absolutely fine to kill them off. It is a bit of a problem when it targets something that already has a lot of health, like a blood golem, for instance. But there you go. I don't think actually we had blood golems in it by episode 2, so that's something we're definitely going to have to go over again once they appear. Okay, so we've got 2 Oblivions, which is lucky because we've just had a bandit camp and a goblin camp spawn. We're going to dispose of those straight away because the enemies that they spawn tend to build up quite quickly. And they can be overwhelming. Bandits can actually spawn into villages as well, or at least I think they can. Yeah, we want to try and avoid those if we can, especially since it's level 2. Bandits are the biggest to avoid more than anything because they tend to steal your equipment, which is pretty horrendous, as you can imagine. Okay, so We're going to pause for a second. We'll plant down a treasury where we can expand our mountains around. And we'll set down our next chrono crystal location. I think here is probably going to be the best place for it. We'll start expanding our mountains out this way. Oh wait, so to make sure that that gets boosted, we could put a rock here. I think that's probably a good idea. Alright, so we've got another chest. We should actually probably place down another battlefield. We probably should have placed this before we went through, but we'll place it there for now, just so that we get another chest on our next run round. Upgrade our weapon, and we're starting to build up some vampirism again, which is good. Which is some extra sustain. We've actually got an evasion of 14%, which is quite good. Okay, so we've got attack speed, magic damage, and damage to all on this ring. But I actually think this ring is better, even though it's 2 levels lower. Just because it's got the stuff that we want on it more than anything. Okay, so we'll get some more rocks placed down, and some more meadows. Oh, wrong one. Some more meadows around the chrono crystals. We've also got another grove, so that's good. I must remember as well that we need to place a chrono crystal in this gap because we don't have anything else that will fit in there, unfortunately. Okay, so that's now boosted, which is good. And we'll continue finishing off this treasury. Okay, so the Harpies now get Foresight, which gets the prediction effect after 3 seconds, and that will allow it to ignore incoming damage points. So it's basically a free evade for them. Just give me 1 second. Okay. Right, so we'll carry on building up around our treasury here. Upgrade our armour as well to give us some extra counter. So every 1 in 5 attacks we will now return damage, so that's good. This is now a quest goal enemy, as discussed, so that will have 200% extra HP. So as you can see here though, utilising the sort of healing per day and also vampirism, we're managing to keep ourselves at full HP, now on loop 4 and still being able to do that, which is really good. Okay. Also, on episode 2, we built the building that allowed us to get quest rewards, hero traits, and you can see here this is what they look like. So we've got Card Sharp, which is a 10% chance to keep the card after placing its tile, that doesn't work on golden cards. 1.5 damage for every potion used, so these are the potions over here, they're used automatically. This actually isn't that good if you maintain your health above a certain point, because I believe the potions get used once you lose a certain amount of HP, either per battle or if you're just below a certain amount of your max HP. And Blissful Ignorance deals you a full hand of Oblivion cards, and from now on using Oblivion cards heals the hero by 10% of his max HP. That's really good, it's basically a full heal in your hand. And also allows you to pretty much destroy anything that you don't like. But I think, since we've got Oblivion in the deck anyway, we'll probably take Card Sharp, I think. While we're here, we'll get some more meadows placed down. finish off our treasury. So unfortunately neither of those are upgrades, I don't think. Yeah, it doesn't come with vampirism, doesn't come with evasion, so I think we'll leave that as it is. Since we've still got some places to put meadows, I think it's probably worth putting this chrono crystal in place around where the boss is. There we go. And then we just need one more thing here, which will probably be a blood grove. So let's place a rock here. Oh damn it, we've got a goblin camp there. And grove. I think we'll just carry on extending out the blood grove. Okay, so we're now getting 2 chests per loop, which is good. Gives us an easy upgrade to our equipment. So we've got vampirism count, yeah, that was a good upgrade. This one doesn't come with vampirism. It does come with 1.2 regen per second. 2 damage to wall and better defense. I think we'll keep what we've got for now. Oh, Oblivion card, that's brilliant. We can get rid of the goblin camp with that. Oh, we've got a ghost. Okay. So we'll pop down, let's put the mountain in there, and there, and then let's Oblivion this goblin camp. We've got 1 goblin come out of it, but that should be fine to deal with. That gives us some vampirism, which is great. So now up to 30% vampirism this early, which is really, really good. So we've got a half coming out. Got some more chrono crystals. We could actually put those in there, but I don't particularly want to be boosting that many groves because it will make the lead up to the boss a little bit dangerous. So. Okay, so we've got a quest reward, a lot of extra defense and some counter, and only 6% vampirism loss. I think we'll take that just for the extra defense more than anything. Okay, we've got another rock, so we can place that here so that this meadow will be activated. So we're just trying to preemptively ensure that we've got everything that we need. Okay, so this has got encouragement, and this, so it's coming from this. So this has got tactician, which increases the attack speed of allies by 15%. It also enrages after an ally dies, which gives 30% extra damage. So it's good that we kill this guy first. And I think, yeah, this guy will lose his encouragement as soon as that goblin dies. So. Okay, so we've got 2 treasuries to place, and we will place them there and there. We have left this gap intentionally so that we had a place to put treasuries, so that's really good. Okay, we are now starting to fall a little bit behind the curve here, which is a bit worrying. We've got to hope that soon one of these blood groves will kick out a blood golem, or it should be quite soon. I don't think there's any way that we can boost these 2. So I think we'll just start filling up these treasuries and focus on putting meadows where they will be bloomed. Is there anything new for us to equip now? Okay, so that's a big damage boost, but we'd lose a bit of vampirism. What would we lose? 9%, so we'd be down to 15%. I think we'll leave it where we are at the moment. We'll wait until we get some rarer items. Another battlefield, that's really good, because that's just before we cross the the camp, and that is going to mean that we can get another treasure chest, which is really good. Okay, so this is a bit of a concern now. I think we could actually potentially die to one of these fights if we're not careful. I think chrono-crystalling these groves was a little bit of a mistake. We are using an awful lot of potions here. I mean, we could actually die here, you know, if we don't get a couple of these down quick. The evasion and bleeding is just destroying this completely. Okay, we need to pause. I think no matter what I do here, we're actually dead. Let's have a look and just see if there's anything that we can do. We can increase our max HP, but I don't think that heals us. We've got a day that's coming to a close soon, but we've only got 13 HP. Is there anything with regen on? This, which has got regen and doesn't lose us any vampirism. Pop that on. Anything else with regen in different slots? No. Okay, I think this gives us our best chance to survive this next fight, but one of these has actually got even more HP, so yeah, I thought we were going to die there. Right, we'll retreat for now. Okay, so a lesson that we've learnt there is not to put chrono crystals around groves, or large amounts of groves early on, because you will just get destroyed. I don't think we've got enough to upgrade anything. Oh, we did actually get enough to upgrade to a farm. Let's place that over here. Have you noticed how strangely this oblivion affects our senses? Hunger, for example. You can stop eating for days and you still won't be hungry. This, of course, does not mean that you should stop eating altogether. The farmer promises that he'll be able to grow some stable crops, but it will take some time. It'll be interesting to see what he can grow without sunlight. Okay, so we've now got a farm. Okay, so this unlocks the ability to craft food if the supply depot is built, which unfortunately it isn't, and also unlocks the wheat fields card, and gives us 2 supply slots of food once we've got our supply depot up. So let's just have a look at those. So we've now got the wheat fields, and the wheat fields can only be placed next to a village, and they add 5 times loop HP to healing in adjacent villages, and also spawns a scarecrow every 4 days. Okay, so that's quite interesting. So the question is, I don't think we have enough meta progression to do chapter 2 yet. So what I might be tempted to do is drop back down to chapter 1 and just farm it for resources. So let's do that now. We'll go back down to chapter 1. Okay, so let's just quickly pop all of those on. Okay, so we've got a ring there, it doesn't matter what it is, and those 2 are worse all the same. Okay, so I think this is going to be our first chrono crystal spot here. Okay, so we'll get our next meadow in, pop in a treasury, do the 3x3 here, we want the treasury there, nice. That can go on, because that's obviously an upgrade. Wow, that slime gave a lot. Right, as usual, we'll have our battlefield just after the start. We will pop a grove in next to there. Yeah, we'll pop a rock in there to activate that one. That was actually poor placement, that should have been meadow. Oh well. It's fine. We'll do our 3x3 where we thought we were going to anyway, so. Okay, village on the complete opposite side. So, as I say, that should have been a meadow, but that's fine. Our next chrono crystal can go here. Although we haven't actually got any yet, we could do with some of those pretty quick. Nice, so now one-shotting, we'll take that as an upgrade. That's fine now. Start getting the treasury filled in. So we've got our meadows all nicely positioned, ready for their chrono crystal. Oh, we've got a mimic. Nice. So this is just a treasure chest that fights back before giving up its loot. Yeah, we'll pop that in. Get it ready for our 3x3. Put another meadow in place. I think we do need to potentially have more things which spawn monsters. Put that there and have another grove here. I think that's a good combo. Okay, so if we complete that one, our next chrono crystal will be here. It's nice. Okay, got our first chrono crystal. So we're now up to 26 HP a day, that's really good. Okay, no new equipment worth having, I don't think. Rather actually have evasion than what was on the other armour, which I can't remember now. Counter armor? Okay, so we're about to get our first treasure chest, which is good. We've got another battlefield here, unfortunately too late. Pop another grove down there. Here's something interesting. Doubles the effect of a day's passing. Oh, spawns at the start of each loop, so it's not a day passing. Okay, that's fine. Are we going to fill in this gap? Probably not. We're going to fill this in though, so we're going to have chrono crystal here, 3 meadows. So I'll pop that down there. Pop chrono crystal there. Nice. Okay, so we're 1 rock away from spawning a goblin camp now. So we are going to want to probably... Do we want to wait for an oblivion? I don't think we really do. I think we can live with a goblin camp for a bit, maybe. That's not an upgrade, but that certainly is. Okay. So we can pop that in. We will get a goblin camp now, but that's fine, I think, for now. Let's have a look at what resources we've gathered so far. Okay, so our next set of chrono crystals. We are going to oblivion this, so we'll pop our meadows around there when we do. We'll get some stuff in there to finish that off. Chrono crystals can go here. Now that that's spawned one, we'll within that. Oh, I thought that had already moved off the tile, but apparently not. Okay, We've got another village, but that will unfortunately spawn a bandit camp. So I think we'll wait to place that village until we've got another Oblivion. Okay, so that's attack speed and counter. But we lose our vampirism, so I think we'll keep that for now. We haven't got any other vampirism equipment, so we do definitely need a bit of sustain. Okay, that's magic damage and damage to all. I think that's really good early on, actually. We'll wait until we've got a proper vampirism ring, I think. Okay, there's another Oblivion, so we can plot down another village. Put it right before, just so we've got healing for the boss. Why did that give us so much? I'm not sure why that gave us so many items there. Where's our bandit camp spawn? There we are. Go with you, and then... Okay, absolutely did not mean to place that there. Right, so we'll start... Yeah, we'll plant some there. So we're going to need a chrono crystal here to finish... Oh! That's why planting the village gave us so much. So, planting down that village spawned the bandit camp here, which completed this treasury. There we go. I understand now, it's fine. That is just a massive upgrade. So is that. Lovely. Get another meadow down. We'll pop a mountain there, just to start finishing this off. Another grove anywhere. We'll pop some over here, that's fine. That looks like a good weapon for us. Magic damage 7, defense 2, counter 7. With all that magic damage, it's actually 18 to 24. Or 18? Yeah, 18. That should be 18 to 24. Was it saying 15 to 23? Oh, is that not including magic damage? I don't know where the rest of that damage is coming from then. Okay, fine. Yeah, we're doing 37, so yeah, I don't know where the... Oh, we do standard damage as well, yeah, sorry, I forgot about that. Yeah, okay. Right, so we'll pop that down there, we'll get another meadow going here. Where's the other one that won't be activated? There. Okay, we've got another mountain, so I can carry on surrounding this treasury. This is the second time I've had Dark Slime spawn, and I have no idea what triggers it. Interesting. Right, we are safe to place another village. Because we need one more before another bandit camp spawns. We can place another blood grove here. I think we will do. And we can finish off this treasury. Okay, we've got damage to all and vampirism. Pop that on for now. That is some worse armor. Okay, we've got another mountain. Pop that there, that's probably the most beneficial. And another grove. Might actually start placing them here so that we can put blood groves here as well. Oblivion is going to go on the goblin camp that just spawned. So again, we're managing to stay ahead of the curve, which is really good. Okay, we have another upgrade point. We also have a blood grove, which can now go in here. We have a treasury. I think where we're going to fill out. So we might put in another roadside. That would only need a couple of roadsides. I suppose down here is probably better, isn't it? Yeah, we can fill that in with rocks, that's fine. Okay, we can fill in these meadows here. We don't want to place another village yet because we haven't got an oblivion to get rid of them. And we have got a trade point. Okay, so this is our first one, isn't it? Okay, so a 35% chance to perform a counter-attack during an evade. So that basically turns all of our evasion, or our evasion, into a vis-a-vis counter. Okay, let's take that. Let's focus on evasion. I have wanted to try an evasion build, so... Do you still really want to work out what spawns those cosmic slimes? Right, meadows. Okay, so we're running out of spaces for meadows now. Okay, looks like we've got a quest goal here. It's good that we're attacking that one first. Hopefully this will give us a good item with some evade on it. Maybe not. Okay, I'm really glad that we're attacking the gargoyle first here, because the gargoyle hits really hard. Magic damage 7. Defense 2 and counter 7. I think the extra damage on that is probably worth taking, especially if we've still got a bit of vampirism. Okay, so we've got attack speed and counter, and a bit of defense. I think I'd quite like that, having that magic damage actually, for now. Glad that's not a mimic. No idea why we were attacking the chest first, but... Okay, so we've got defense 19, magic damage, and even more defense. I think at this early stage that's really useful. Because that defense is going to really help us have harpies only deal 10 damage to us. It does mean that we lose almost all of our vampirism, but I think we can live without it for now. Ooh, evasion ring. Did say we were going to try evasion, didn't we? Pop that there. We've got some more chrono crystals, which can go here. Nice, and then we'll have a mountain there just to bloom this meadow here. So how much are we up to? We're up to 100 a day, that's excellent. We need a grove here, and we can't village until we've got another oblivion. So that's all blocked up now, so let's just have another grove over here. Another quest slime here. Nice. We'll get another meadow down there. And we've got nowhere to place a rock, unfortunately, to activate that. Have we got any unactivated? No. So we'll just carry on working on this treasury. Right, so we've got nowhere to place meadows at the moment. We can always place another chrono crystal here, so we'll start working on this. We'll also put a mountain there in preparation for the meadow that will be here. Counter and evasion. We did say we were going to put that ring on as well, didn't we? Do take a lot of damage loss from that though, so I might hold off as long as we can. Nice, so we've got a Chrono Crystal Meadow. Yeah, so I think what I'll do is, when we get close to spawning the boss, I'll save up a Chrono Crystal and pop it down next to there, just before the boss spawns. Okay. Regen per second. It's pretty much identical, just with regen and taking up attack speed. So I think we'll take that. Another battlefield. That can sit in that gap there to bloom that and give us another treasure chest. There we go, we've got 3 treasure chests now. That's lovely. Got a rock we can use to bloom that, and then another one to put against that treasury. Meadow can go here, be bloomed. So we need another Chrono Crystal before we can carry on meadowing. It's really good, we're up to 132 health a day. Ooh, that is a very nice ring. That gives us evasion, counter, and vampirism. So we'll take that 100%, as well as a bit of damage to all. Okay. Let's compare these two. So we'd be swapping a lot of defense and a little bit of attack speed for a little bit of defense and a lot of regen. Damage one and attack speed, that's not worth swapping all of those others out for. No, I think we're good there. Okay, there's another Chrono Crystal to start working on. We'll go here. So nothing negative boosted there. And also our rock is already activating the awkward meadow. We've got here defense and a little bit of attack speed. I think we'll leave that. A gargoyle to fight. Doesn't even get an attack. Damage to wall and regen, I think we can live without that. Okay, evasion at 9%, that's higher. Regen and attack speed, not particularly interested in that, and neither in that. Okay, so this is a better shield. It gives us regen instead of magic damage. We're now up to 3 per second regen, that's really good. With that much regen, we can look at avoiding vampirism entirely now, I think. Okay, we finally got an Oblivion. In saying that though, is placing these down going to cause another goblin camp to spawn? It is, so I'm very glad that we kept that Oblivion. Dispose of that. I think we will place down another village at some point, but not until we've got another Oblivion ready for them. We haven't actually seen the bandits yet, but I can assure you they are messy. So, okay, we'll pop that weapon in there because it's an easy upgrade. Okay, we've got some more meadows which are easy to pop in place. Got a rock there ready to go. The question is, do we pop this treasury now, or do we wait until a later loop? I think we'll wait until after the village, after the camp rather. So pop those down. We'll keep the rocks and mountains for now. We'll just let them build up for a bit. we've got another battlefield. We'll place that there for now. So that'll be another chest on our next run, which is really good. We really want to try and get our evasion up if we can. Is there anywhere else we can place treasures? There is. Okay, so we've got one more meadow there. Is there anywhere else we want to place a chrono crystal, or should we just start placing meadows? I think we'll just start placing them in places where they're going to bloom. And we're waiting for those. Up to 162 health per day. I don't think that there's any creatures that we can come against that are going to be able to do enough damage to actually make us lose that much health in a day, so at least not for the moment. Wow, that is a lot of magic damage. Ooh. Takes up to 52 to 68, that's huge. But we lose vampirism, evasion and counter for it, so it's a tough one. These kind of supposedly normal rings are actually a lot better if you're looking to focus on something. Like if you're going for evasion and you manage to find a blue shield, a blue armour and a blue sword that all give you evasion, and then a ring that also gives you evasion, then a grey ring that gives you evasion, then I mean you'd be up near sort of like 90%, I'd imagine. Thinking about that, I think the thing is as well, when it comes down to it, eventually that regen per second drops off. It doesn't scale well enough, so I'm wondering if items with regen per second aren't worth keeping. I think we'll wait until we get some better armour, but got a tough fight coming up ahead as well. What have we got here? 15% evasion. We lose 5 defense, but we're getting 2 magic damage and 15% evasion. Perfect. Up to 22% evasion. So we've got a 35% chance as well to evade and then counter, which is really good. Okay, we are going to have to start placing out some of these items. We haven't got any more groves, and I wanted to place a blood grove here. Let's. Oh, there we go. Boss has spawned. Ah. We might struggle to kill him now. I didn't keep an eye on the meter. I'll have to start doing that in future. Right, let's pop down these meadows where they're going to bloom. And since this is guaranteed to be the last cycle, let's do our best to finish up all of these treasuries. Got a mimic here. Okay, what have you got? Defense, counter, and regen. I don't really want any of those. That is a massive, massive upgrade. Have we got any of these that have got evasion on them? We've got decent vampirism blade there, which doesn't do enough damage. I think we'll stick with our high damage weapon. Again, not enough damage. I mean, you can just see how quickly we're going to take out this quest boss. Okay, we've got another perk. So, Blade of Dawn. Every morning, the hero's sword is filled with sunlight, causing its next attack to deal ×2 damage to all. Buckler. Every counter attack restores HP. Hopefully that will include this. That is a perfect combination. So we want as much evasion and as much counter attack as possible, and then that will be 1.5 times loop. So every counter attack will be giving us 10 HP. I suppose that's better than most vampirism. So yeah, it's certainly better than the vampirism we've got at the moment. Yeah, I think the only reason I would take a vampirism weapon at the moment is just if it already had evasion on it, so it's going to have to be something pretty special to put me off keeping all of this evasion stuff now. Okay, that's just an attack speed ring. We're relying on enemy attacks to do our damage and healing now. Chrono crystals. These have to be roadside. Is there anywhere we can plot them down where they'll have any effect now? So we could put one there, so that any meadows we place here will be better. Right, we can finish that off, see what we get. So that's a vampirism ring, but we lose regen, so it's probably not the best. I've got that in there. Okay, so we're going to be at full health going into the fight, that's something. Unfortunately, we do have a blood golem to fight right before we go in, but it will give us a fair bit of equipment, hopefully, as well. Little bit worried about our defense value being quite low. Okay, let's plop rocks down to get our max HP up. Also get meadows in. So we're up to 178 HP a day. So basically, where are we? About a sixth of our health every day. Right, we'll place down all of these groves just because we can. Okay, pop in there. We got evasion 7%. No, we don't want either of those. We're hoping our evade will dodge a lot of this damage. It unfortunately did not, but we will go into our planning phase. Okay, so this has got magic damage, damage to all, and counter. So that is going to give us a lot of extra damage and counter attack, but lower our overall damage by 6 to 10. Okay, this one is going to lower it by 8 to 12, but give us 12% counter, 5 defense, and 1.2 regen. This has got pretty much the same evasion, pretty much the same attack speed, but it also adds 3 defense, less max per HP that we're not going to have anyway. Okay, we'll pop that in. I think the only question is whether to take the Gladius or the Mace. So we're losing 6 to 10 min to max, but we're doing counters 11% more often. So that takes us up to 20% counter, and countering does heal us as well. Oh, actually, no, we're losing 4 to 8 because it's got extra magic damage. Oh, and it's got 9 damage to all. So, yeah, that's an obvious one. I should have read that better. So, 7% evasion and 9% counter. Is that better than 36% attack speed with such high damage counts? I think we're good. I think we should probably... Ooh, this is a good test actually. This is something I wanted to test, and since we've got the opportunity. So, so at the moment we're getting 178 because all of these are boosted. So if we place a chrono crystal here, the question is, will it boost these again? So we've got 178. Where would be the most efficient? This one will do another 3. No effect at all. Okay, so let's just plonk them down then. Since it will have no effect at all, we might as well place a few villages. Spawn a load of bandit camps. And yeah, fingers crossed, we beat the Lich? Lich? I don't know. There he is again. How is it possible? That's right. You haven't Wait, this conversation, I remember it. I've already killed you. What the hell is happening here? Killed me? I see. So that's how it is. I'm just his afterimage, not the original. You have no idea what you've done. And how many times will I have to do this world a favour by slicing you in half? I don't think that you are able to comprehend this. I am part of a self-defense mechanism, a multitude of copies sent to different realities at the moment of death. My destruction cannot be fixed, but in an endless series of attempts, different outcomes are possible. I've defeated you once, and I can do it again. Okay, here we go. Okay, so it doesn't look like we've got enough. Oh, I don't know though. That evade was good. We need that evade to keep proccing. If we don't, we're probably just going to die. That's good. Evade and counter. Those potions are helping as well. That evade won it for us. Amazing. Also, the fact that the blood group ate him when he got below 15% HP was good. I couldn't change anything. But your victory won't change anything either. Eternity will grind you to dust, and I'm just a small gear in that process now. If killing you makes me stronger, I won't need an eternity. Now be gone. Awesome stuff. Right. So, the last time we had these options, instead of this awakened fragment, we had the exact other options, and we took, I can't remember what the other one was available. Oh, that's right, we took a hero trait, or made a hero trait available that makes the day pass 15% faster, and the other one I was looking at was this one, which is +1 resurrection charge. So I think I'll take that because I'm quite interested in it. So I think we're going to retreat here, even though we probably could carry on. We've actually already maxed out our wood, so if we stay, we'll actually end up losing resources in the long term. So I think we'll retreat for now. Another success! You've returned and we still remember you. Unbelievable! Yeah, it's good to be back, but I'll hardly call it as a success. My old memories of the world are gone. The path is empty again, and there's only darkness everywhere I look. This accent keeps evading me. I don't know what's going on with it. Interesting. So technically, you remember that there are things you have forgotten? We should find a way to use that. Let's talk about something more positive. We managed to tidy this place up. It's time for the next step. What do you have in mind? Expanding the camp. We have all sorts of craftsmen, from cooks to an alchemist, but they all need a place to work. We can't use the materials from around here. You turn away for a second from a branch or a stone you've just found and it's gone. I'm afraid only you can solve this problem. The materials that survived your trip always look suitable for building. But these are just stones and splinters. How can you build something with them? Curious, eh? I've noticed it with the fire you've made. The things you obtain somehow infect everything similar with stability. Only in small amounts, but it's still something. Even a small branch is enough to make a wooden wall exist without constant supervision. Okay, so that's alluding to buildings that we already have. Let's have a look. So we can actually build a farm now. I'm not sure we've got enough to build both. I miscounted this last time, so I'll check. No, we don't have enough to build both. If we built the farm, again, then we wouldn't have enough to build the refuge. We don't quite have enough for the supply depot or the smelter, and we don't have enough stone for the cemetery. So, so I think for now we'll probably build the refuge. Okay, so it looks like it has to be built next to this. So we'll pop that over here. There is exile even in exile, hero. Don't be too hard on the lost souls who have found their salvation in wine and gambling. Sit down instead and pick yourself a poison to drink. That's not why I'm here. It's so strange. This place and its surroundings, they are so familiar to me. Now we're talking. So, did you make a living off the road? A bit of robbery, maybe? Or collecting bounties from someone unlucky's head? It's as if someone else knew and did all of this, and now I have their knowledge and skills. And now I somehow literally have 2 aces up my sleeve. And I think they stole someone's purse too. Ah, wait, that's my coin purse. You don't believe me? Ah, well. Feel free to come by if you want to discuss your new trade. I didn't become this good with knives by working in a kitchen. Okay, so we now have the refuge. In these dire times, it's your duty to offer help to the needy. Can only be built next to a field kitchen, and it unlocks the new class of the rogue. Okay, so if we have a look at our expedition, you can see we now have the option to switch over to the rogue, which is excellent. We're going to explore the rogue in the next episode, I think. And there's nothing else that we can build for now, so I think that's going to put an end to episode number 4, or what should have been episode number 4 and is now episode number 3. I'm confused myself. I'll put it in the title. That will be the final decision on it. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you're looking forward to watching some more Loop Hero soon. Thank you.